Let your eyes close. There is nothing left to do tonight. Nowhere to be. No one waiting for an answer from you. The day has set you down, and now you can set yourself down too. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Let it be quiet. Let it be deep. And let it out through your mouth, slowly, like steam leaving a window. Again, breathe in, and feel the air move past your throat and settle low in your chest. And breathe out, longer than you breathed in, letting your shoulders drop away from your ears. One more, in soft and full, and out, slow and complete until there is nothing left to release. Feel the weight of your body now. Feel where you meet the bed, the mattress holding the backs of your legs, your hips, the long line of your spine. You do not have to hold yourself up anymore. The bed is doing it. Let it. There is a heaviness coming into your hands, a warmth spreading along your arms. Your jaw is loosening. The small muscles around your eyes are letting go. You are allowed to be this tired. You have earned this rest. Let your attention drift down through your body, the way warm water finds its level. Down from the crown of your head, past your brow, smoothing the place between your eyebrows that has held so much of today. Down through your throat, which can stop holding its words now. Down through your chest, which can stop bracing. Down through your belly, which can finally go soft. Down through your legs, all the way to the soles of your feet, until every part of you is resting on the bed, supported, asking nothing of itself. There is no part of tonight you have to manage. The work of the day is finished, whether or not it is done. Those are different things, and tonight you do not have to tell them apart. You only have to lie here and breathe, and let me talk you slowly down into sleep. Tonight, I want to tell you the things no one tells you about your Saturn return in Aries. There is a great deal of noise about this time. People will tell you it is hard. People will tell you it is a test, a reckoning, a great cosmic clearing. And all of that is true in its way. But it is the loud version of the truth, the version that fits on a card. What no one tells you is quieter than that. The real thing happens in the small hours, in the ordinary days, in the moments that have no audience. And because no one names those moments, you can go through them feeling like you are failing, when in fact you are doing exactly what this season asks. So tonight, in the dark, with nothing to prove and no one to perform for, you can finally hear the quiet truth of it. You do not need to remember any of this. You do not need to understand it all. Let it move past you the way a road moves past a traveler who has stopped to rest. Saturn has come back to the place it stood when you were born. In Aries, the sign of the first spark, the sign of beginnings and raw will, it has come to ask whether the self you built in your 20s can actually carry your weight. That is the official story. Tonight you get the unofficial one. The one that is told between people who have already walked it in low voices late at night. This is roughly the time between your 28th and 30th year, give or take, when Saturn finishes its long circle and stands once more where it began. If you were born in the late 1990s, this is your season now. And if it came a little earlier or runs a little later for you, that is fine too. Saturn does not read calendars. It reads readiness. It comes when the structure of your life is ready to be tested, and not a moment before. What makes the Aries version particular is the fire. Aries is the part of you that wants to begin, to charge, to be first, to do it now and do it alone. And Saturn is the slow one, the patient one, the planet of time and limits and the long way around. So this return is a meeting of opposites inside you. The fire that wants to leap, and the weight that says, not yet, walk. Hold that in the back of your mind as you drift. The whole season lives in that tension, and so does everything no one told you about it. Here is the picture I want you to hold as you drift. You are on a long walk, a road at night, unlit, running through open country. It is not a dramatic road. There is no storm. There is no cliff. There is only the road, and the dark on either side of it, and the sound of your own feet on the gravel. This is what no one tells you first. They warn you about the storm and you brace for the storm, and the storm never comes. What comes instead is the road. The long, plain, unending road, where the hard part is not any single disaster but the simple fact that you have to keep walking, and no one is walking it for you. You carry a single small lamp. It throws a circle of light just wide enough to show you the next few steps. You cannot see the end. You cannot even see very far ahead. You can only see the ground right in front of you, and that, it turns out, is enough. It has always been enough. The lamp is your own steadiness, the small flame of will that Aries gave you, and it does not need to light the whole road. It only needs to light the next step. Feel the gravel under your feet. Feel the cool air against your face. Feel the weight of the lamp in your hand, warm where your fingers wrap around it. You are walking and you are tired and you are also somehow still moving. That is the whole of it. That is the thing they do not tell you. The walk is the work. Listen to the sound your feet make. The soft, even crunch of small stones, one step and then the next, a rhythm so steady it could almost be a heartbeat. There is no hurry in it. There is no race. The road does not care how fast you go. It only asks that you keep going, and that you stay inside the small warm circle of your own light while you do. Above you the sky is enormous and full of stars, more than you ever see from a city, scattered all the way down to the edges of the dark fields. They are not watching you. They are simply there, vast and calm and very old, and there is a strange comfort in that. Your walk is small beneath them, and that smallness is a kind of relief. Whatever you are carrying tonight, the sky is older than all of it, and it holds the road just the same. Now let us walk it together, stretch by stretch, and I will tell you what no one told you about each one. The first thing no one tells you is that it begins without a sign. You expect a Saturn return to announce itself. You expect a thunderclap, a clear before and after, a day you could circle on a calendar. But there is no doorway. One season you are simply on the road, and you cannot say when you stepped onto it. The walk began so quietly that you mistook it for an ordinary night. This is why so many people feel behind. They are looking back for the moment it started, trying to find the door, and there was never a door. There was only a gradual darkening, a slow narrowing of the world down to the road and the lamp. If you have felt that your life simply got harder for no reason you can name, with no event to blame, this is what no one told you. It does not need a reason. It does not need an event. The walk just starts. There is a freedom hidden in this once you stop fighting it. If there was no doorway, then there is nothing you missed, no warning you should have heeded, no preparation you failed to make. You did not do this wrong. You could not have. The road appeared under your feet the way weather appears, and your only task was ever to keep walking once it did. Let the guilt of the imagined doorway fall away. It was never a door you were meant to find. So let go of the search for the doorway. You are on the road. That is all you need to know. Breathe and take the next step. The second thing no one tells you is that it is lonely in a way that has nothing to do with other people. You may be surrounded. You may have people who love you, a phone full of names, a life that looks full from the outside. And still, on this road, you walk alone. Not because anyone abandoned you, because the thing being decided on this road can only be decided by you, inside you, where no one else can come. No one can tell you who you are now. No one can carry the lamp for you. They can walk a little way alongside the road, calling to you, and their voices are real and they matter, but they cannot step into your circle of light and take the next step in your place. That is yours. It was always going to be yours. What no one tells you is that this loneliness is not a failure of your relationships. It is the shape of the task. You are being asked to become someone who can keep yourself company in the dark. And the strange mercy of it is that once you stop waiting to be rescued from the road, the loneliness softens. It becomes solitude. It becomes a kind of quiet that is almost good. There is a particular ache in this that catches people off guard. You can be in a room full of people who love you and feel, underneath it all, that none of them quite know the person you are becoming. That is not because they have failed you. It is because the becoming is happening faster than you can describe it, in a place words do not reach yet. Give it time. The describing comes later. For now, the not being fully known is simply the price of growing, and it is a price you can afford to pay. Feel that now. You are alone in this room in the dark, and you are also safe. The two can be true together. Let them. The third thing no one tells you is that you will grieve people who are still alive. Some of the people who began the walk near you will drift off the road. Not through any fight. Not through any clear ending. They will simply turn toward a different country, and you will turn toward yours, and one day you will realize their voice is no longer in earshot. You will grieve them while they are still living, still posting, still reachable in theory. And that grief has no ceremony. There is no ritual for the friend who is simply no longer your friend, the version of a relationship that quietly ended while both people kept breathing. No one warns you about this grief, so you carry it without permission, wondering if you are allowed to feel it. You are allowed. On this road, in Aries, the season is pruning your life down to what is load-bearing, and some bonds were not built to carry this weight. Letting them go is not coldness. It is honesty. The people who are meant to walk the long stretch with you will still be there when the road widens again. The rest were companions for a shorter way, and that was always enough. There is no anger required here. That is the part that surprises people most. You can release someone with your whole heart still soft toward them. You can wish them well on their own road, in their own country, and still know that your roads have parted. The drifting apart does not need a reason or a wound to justify it. People grow at different speeds and in different directions, and sometimes the kindest thing two people can do is let the distance be what it is, without forcing a fight to explain it. Let the grief move through you tonight like cool air moving across the open field. You do not have to hold it. You only have to let it pass. The fourth thing no one tells you is that the courage looks like staying, not leaving. Aries is the warrior, the one who charges, the one who burns the boats and rides toward the fight. And so you expect that the brave thing on this road will be some bold departure, a dramatic leaving, a door slammed and a new life begun. But what no one tells you is that the deepest courage of this whole walk is often the courage to stay. To stay with the difficult thing instead of bolting toward a new beginning. To stay in the slow work instead of setting fire to it and calling the fire freedom. The old Aries way was to start over the moment the road got hard. The new way, the way this return is teaching, is to keep your feet on the same gravel and keep walking. This is the quietest bravery there is. No one applauds it. No one even sees it. You stay and you stay and you stay, and the staying is the whole heroic act. The lamp does not flare up. It just keeps burning step after step, and that steadiness is the strength you came here to build. Notice how the world rewards the loud kind of courage and ignores the quiet kind. The dramatic exit gets the story, the toast, the admiration. The patient staying gets nothing because from the outside it looks like nothing is happening. But you know what it costs. You know how many mornings you got up and stayed with the difficult, unglamorous, unfinished thing when every nerve in you wanted to bolt toward a clean new start. No one will ever fully see that. It does not make it smaller. It makes it yours. Feel your own steadiness now, in the slow rise and fall of your breath. In and out. You are still here. That is the courage. That is all the courage you need. The fifth thing no one tells you is that you will have to disappoint people you love. To become solid, to build a self that can carry weight, you will have to draw lines where there were none. You will have to say no to people who are used to your yes. You will have to let someone down in order to keep faith with yourself, and there is no way to do it that feels clean. No one tells you how much this will hurt. They make it sound like setting a boundary is a triumph, a clean and easy act of self-respect. But on this road, in the dark, the truth is heavier. Disappointing someone you love feels like a small betrayal even when it is right. Especially when it is right. What no one tells you is that you can do the right thing and still feel the ache of it. The ache does not mean you were wrong. It means you are someone who cares, doing a hard thing anyway. That is exactly the person this season is trying to forge. Not someone who stops caring, but someone who can hold the caring and the line at the same time, and keep walking. What no one tells you, too, is that the people worth keeping will survive your honesty. The bond that breaks the moment you stop abandoning yourself was already fragile, already built on a version of you that was disappearing. The ones who love the real you, the solid you, the you with edges, will adjust. They may be surprised at first. They may push back. And then, more often than you fear, they will respect you for it, because people can feel the difference between someone who has a shape and someone who has none. Your lines do not push love away. They give love something true to hold on to. Let your chest soften. You are allowed to have hurt someone and still be good. Set that down beside you on the road. Can rest there. You do not have to carry it through the night. The sixth thing no one tells you is that nothing outside you will mark the turning. You keep waiting for the moment when the world acknowledges what you have been through. A reward. A recognition. Some sign from outside that says, you made it, you have changed, the hard part is over. And it does not come. The world is busy. The world has its own road. No trumpet sounds when you finish a Saturn return. The turning happens inside, where no one can see it. One day you notice that something that used to crush you now only presses on you. One day you notice you handled a thing you could not have handled a year ago, and you handled it so quietly that even you almost missed it. The proof is not external. It is the new floor under your feet, the one you laid yourself, in the dark, one stone at a time. What no one tells you is that you have to learn to mark the turning yourself. To be your own witness. To say quietly, in your own heart, I see what I did. I see how far I have come. No one is going to say it for you, so you must learn to say it to yourself and mean it. This is a skill, and like every skill, it strengthens with use. At first it feels strange, almost like cheating, to give yourself the credit no one else is giving. You may catch yourself waiting still for the outside voice, the parent, the partner, the crowd, to say the words first. Let that waiting go. The outside voice was never going to come on time, and you do not need it. You were there. You saw the whole walk. You are the only witness who never once looked away, and that makes your testimony the truest there is. So tonight, let yourself be witnessed by the only one who walked every step. Let yourself know, without anyone confirming it, that you are not who you were. That is the turning. It already happened. You are simply the last to be told. And the seventh thing no one tells you is that it ends the way it began. Without ceremony. There is no finish line on this road. No gate. No banner. No moment the dark lifts all at once. Instead, you notice one morning that the air is a little lighter. The road is a little wider. You can see a little further than the next few steps. And you realize, with a quiet that is almost disappointing, that you have been walking on easier ground for some time now and did not notice. That is how it ends. Not with arrival, but with the slow return of ease. The lamp you carried the whole way is still in your hand, and now you understand it was never going to light the whole road. It was only ever meant to teach you that you could keep walking with a small light. And you can. You did. You always could. And here is the last mercy no one mentions. Once you have walked one of these roads all the way through, you are never again as afraid of the dark. You know now, in your body, that a road like this has an end, even an end without a banner. You know that a small light is enough. So if the dark ever gathers again, in some later season, You will not panic the way you once did. You will recognize the gravel under your feet, you will lift your lamp, and you will simply begin to walk because you have done it before and you know how it goes. Feel the road beginning to widen now, even here, even in this bed. Feel the dark growing softer at its edges. You are still walking, but the walking is gentler now. Let your steps slow. Let them slow all the way down until they are as slow as your breath. So this is what this long walk asks of you. Let me say it plainly while you drift. It asks you to keep walking without seeing the end. To trust the small circle of light instead of demanding the whole road be lit. It asks you to be your own company in the dark, and to let solitude become something you can almost love. It asks you to let the right people drift away without making them villains, and to grieve them gently, and to keep faith with the ones who stay. It asks you to find the courage that looks like staying, to choose the slow work over the bright escape. It asks you to draw your lines, even when drawing them disappoints someone you love, and to let the ache of that be the proof of your care rather than the proof of your wrongness. It asks you to witness yourself, to mark your own turning because the world will not mark it for you. And it asks you to let it end quietly, without needing a trumpet, trusting that the widening road is reward enough. That is the whole of it. That is what no one tells you. And now someone has. Before I name what the road gives you, let your body sink a little deeper into the bed. Let the last of the day drain out of your shoulders, out of your hands, out of the soles of your feet. There is nothing left to carry into sleep. Each breath you take now is a little slower than the one before, a little softer, a little further from the day. Good. That is exactly right. There is no effort left to make. Just let the next breath arrive on its own, and the one after that while I speak. It would be easy to hear all of this and think the long walk only takes from you, that it strips and prunes and empties. But that is the half of the story the loud voices stop at, and it is not where the road ends. A road that only took would leave you smaller. This one leaves you larger, even as your life grows simpler, because everything it asked of you, it also handed back transformed. So let me name the 7 gifts this long walk leaves in your hands. Let them settle over you like a blanket as you sink. The first gift is self-trust. After a season of carrying your own lamp, you no longer need someone else to tell you that you can. You know it in your feet. You walked and the walking proved it. The second gift is real solitude. Not loneliness anymore, but the deep ease of being good company to yourself, of being someone you do not need to escape. The third gift is a lighter life. The bonds that could not carry the weight have fallen away, and what remains is true. Smaller, perhaps, and far stronger. The fourth gift is staying power. You learned that you can stay with a hard thing without setting fire to it. That you can endure. That endurance is its own kind of strength, and now it is yours. The fifth gift is clean lines. You learn to disappoint people and survive it, to hold your own shape even when it costs you, and so you finally belong to yourself. The sixth gift is the inner witness. You no longer wait for the world to tell you that you have grown. You can see it yourself, and that sight will never leave you again. And the seventh gift is the quiet. The deep, hard-won quiet of someone who has walked a long dark road and come out the other side, and no longer needs the world to be loud in order to feel that they are alive. 7 gifts carried out of the dark in your own 2 hands. You did not find them on the road. You made them step by step out of the walking itself. And now there is nothing more to do. No more road tonight. No more lamp to carry. You can set it down in the grass beside you, still glowing softly, and lie back. Feel how heavy your body has become. Feel the warmth in your hands, the looseness in your jaw, the slow and even tide of your breath. The road will still be there tomorrow if you need it, but you do not need it now. Now you only need to rest. Let the dark be kind around you. Let it hold you the way the bed holds you, the way the long walk held you even when you could not feel it. You are safe. You are carried. You have come further than anyone told you that you would. There is nothing you need to solve before morning. The road can keep its own counsel. The questions that felt so heavy in the daylight can wait, and many of them will look smaller when the sun comes back. For now they can rest in the grass beside your lamp, dim and quiet, while you sink past them into sleep. Let your mind grow loose and slow. Let the words I am saying turn soft at their edges, less like meaning and more like the sound of distant water, until they are only a low warmth at the back of the dark. Let your breath grow slower. Let your thoughts grow further apart, like lamps along a road seen from very far away, each one smaller, each one dimmer, until there is only the soft warm dark and the quiet weight of your own resting body. You are walking no longer. You are simply here, simply breathing, simply allowed to sleep. May your sleep be deep. May your dreams be kind. May the morning find you steadier. Good night, friend. Good night.